Hello students, in this video I am going to start with another pathway of carbon dioxide assimilation, that is CAM pathway. So the plants in which carbon dioxide assimilation occurs through this CAM pathway are called as CAM plants. CAM plants. This CAM pathway is also called as crassulation, is nothing but crassulation acid metabolism. Crassulation acid metabolism or acid metabolic pathway. Metabolic pathway. Okay, why it is called as crassulation acid metabolic pathway? Because this pathway occurs in the most of the members of this family Crassulaceae. Most of the plants belonging to this family Crassulaceae. Hence it is called as crassulation acid metabolism, because during this pathway acids like oxaloacetic acid, malic acid, pyruvic acid, these acids, organic acids, are formed. Hence it is called as acid metabolism, crassulation acid metabolism. And this pathway occurs in succulents, that is xerophytes. Xerophytes, we know that in case of succulents, the type of stomata present are scotoactive stomata. Scotoactive stomata are the stomata which open during night time and which get closed during daytime. Open during night time and they get closed during daytime. Okay, let's see some of the examples of the plants which exhibit this pathway, in which carbon dioxide assimilation occurs through this pathway. They are Kalanchoe, Opuntia, pineapple, and sedum. These are some of the examples of the plants which exhibit CAM pathway. Okay, in this CAM pathway also carbon dioxide fixation occurs twice. So, in the same way like C4 pathway, here also carbon dioxide fixation occurs twice, occurs 2 times. But here there is no Crohn's anatomy. The plants, CAM plants do not have Crohn's anatomy. So Crohn's anatomy is absent. As Crohn's anatomy is absent, what happens? This carbon dioxide fixation, which is taking place for 2 times, is taking place in the same cell, that is mesophyll cell. Only one type of cell, that is mesophyll cell. Mesophyll cell. But first carbon dioxide fixation is taking place during night time. First carbon dioxide fixation is taking place during night time, and second carbon dioxide fixation is taking place during daytime. Second carbon dioxide fixation is taking place during daytime. Okay, let's study the details of this pathway. What happens during this pathway? It is similar to C4 pathway, and the energetics of this pathway is also similar. That means for the synthesis of 1 molecule of glucose or for the fixation of 6 molecules of carbon dioxide, 30 ATPs are utilized and 12 NADPH are utilized, in the same way as in case of C4 plants. Energetics, everything, all the compounds which are formed is same, but there are some differences. Let's study this CAM pathway little bit in detail. Okay, let's study this CAM pathway little bit in more detail. Okay. So, during night time stomata are open and hence the atmospheric carbon dioxide enters into mesophyll cell through this stomata. So, this is mesophyll cell. Okay, so after entry into mesophyll cell, this carbon dioxide reacts with water, resulting in the formation of carbonic acid, that is HCO3 minus, which is fixed into PEP. That means carbon dioxide is fixed into PEP, phosphoenol pyruvic acid, in the form of carbonic acid by the activity of an enzyme peptidase, resulting in the formation of oxaloacetic acid. So this is the first carboxylation. And then this oxaloacetic acid undergoes reduction into malic acid by the activity of an enzyme malate dehydrogenase in the same way as in case of C4 plants. So this malic acid is C4 acid, and even oxaloacetic acid is also C4 acid. This malic acid, after its formation, it enters into vacuole and it is stored inside the vacuole during night time. Okay, so actually where from this PEP is coming? This PEP is coming from chloroplast, actually inside the chloroplast. So this is the chloroplast present inside the mesophyll cell. So inside the chloroplast, food is stored in the form of starch. This starch undergoes breakdown into glucose. From that glucose, triose phosphate is formed, from where this PEP is formed, phosphoenol pyruvic acid is formed. And from here all these reactions will be proceeded, resulting in the formation of finally malic acid, which is stored inside the vacuole. Now let's see the scenario with respect to daytime. Okay, so during daytime, this malic acid, which is stored inside the vacuole, comes out of the vacuole and it undergoes decarboxylation, oxidative decarboxylation. So due to resulting in the formation of pyruvic acid. Due to decarboxylation, what will be released? Carbon dioxide is released. Now this carbon dioxide enters into the chloroplast of this mesophyll cell, and after entry it is fixed into RUBP, which is catalyzed by an enzyme Rubisco. So this fixation of carbon dioxide into RUBP is carboxylation, and it is the second carboxylation which occurs during daytime and catalyzed by the enzyme Rubisco. Here first carboxylation is catalyzed by the enzyme peptase, which is occurring during night time, but in the same cell, the same compartment, that is mesophyll cell. Okay, so here now this as second carboxylation occurs, it is proceeded into C3 pathway through which glucose is synthesized, hexose sugar is synthesized. So after synthesis of little more glucose molecules, they undergo polymerization into starch. So starch, like this starch is formed during daytime, that is synthesis of sugar occurs during daytime. So this pyruvic acid, during daytime, this pyruvic acid which is formed will be converted into triose phosphate, and again this triose phosphate will be converted into starch during daytime itself. Right, so this is all about CAM pathway which occurs inside the CAM plants. So what is happening during night time, and what are the reactions which are taking place during night time, and what are the reactions which are taking place during daytime? That's right. So during night time, what are the reactions? First carboxylation is taking place. And reduction is taking place. So these are the two reactions which are taking place during night time, by the end of which malic acid is formed. That malic acid is stored inside the vacuole. Now coming to daytime. So during daytime, what is happening? And during night time, acid formation is taking place, oxaloacetic acid and even malic acid, and hence this acid formation, as this acid formation is taking place during night time, it is called as nocturnal acidification. So nocturnal acidification is taking place during night time. Nocturnal acidification is taking place during night time. Next, coming to daytime. So during daytime, what is happening? During daytime, malic acid is coming out of the vacuole and it is undergoing decarboxylation. So decarboxylation occurs. After decarboxylation, what happens? What is happening? This carbon dioxide is fixed into RUBP. That means second carboxylation is taking place. Which leads to C3 pathway, due to which sugar synthesis occurs. Synthesis of sugar occurs inside the chloroplast, and pyruvic acid undergoes breakdown into triose phosphate. That means de-acidification is also taking place. So decarboxylation, second carboxylation, and de-acidification. De-acidification is taking place. Actually, formation of acids is taking place during night time, and during daytime breakdown of acid is taking place. So that is de-acidification. So what is happening here? This CAM pathway is also similar to C4 pathway, but in case of C4 pathway, there is C4 plants. That C4 pathway occurs in two types of cells, that is mesophyll cell and bundle sheath cells. And carbon dioxide fixation occurs twice, where first carbon dioxide fixation occurs inside the mesophyll cell and second carbon dioxide fixation occurs inside the bundle sheath cell, but at the same time. But in case of CAM pathway, carbon dioxide fixation occurs twice, but in the same cell, that is in the mesophyll cell only, because Cron's anatomy is absent here. But this first carbon dioxide fixation occurs during night time and second carbon dioxide fixation occurs during daytime. So in case of C4 plants, so first carbon dioxide and second carbon dioxide are separated by space. That means in two different compartments, in two different cells, types of cells, mesophyll and bundle sheath cells. Whereas in case of CAM plants, first carbon dioxide fixation and second carbon dioxide fixation are separated by time. So these plants are showing temporal variation with respect to carbon dioxide fixation. C4 plants are showing spatial variation with respect to carbon dioxide fixation. Okay, let's write these differences between C4 plants and CAM plants with respect to carbon dioxide fixation. That is first carbon dioxide and second carbon dioxide fixation. So differences between C4 plants and CAM plants with respect to carbon dioxide fixation. Okay, first carboxylation or first carbon dioxide fixation. In case of C4 plants, first carbon dioxide fixation occurs in mesophyll cell, which occurs during daytime only. Whereas in case of CAM plants, first carbon dioxide fixation occurs in mesophyll cell, which occurs during night time. Okay, next coming to second carbon dioxide fixation. So in case of C4 plants, second carbon dioxide fixation occurs in bundle sheath cell, but during the same time, daytime only. And in case of CAM plants, the second carbon dioxide fixation also occurs in mesophyll cell, but it occurs during daytime. So what can we say? In case of CAM plants, the first and second carbon dioxide fixation are separated by time. Hence it is called as temporal variation. So C4 CAM plants exhibit temporal variation or temporal differentiation with respect to the first and second carbon dioxide fixation. Whereas in case of C4 plants, first and second carbon dioxide fixation are separated by space, that is in two different compartments, in two different cells, that is mesophyll cell and bundle sheath cell. Hence they are showing differentiation, spatial differentiation with respect to first and second carbon dioxide fixation. So this is all about CAM pathway. And in the next video, I will be explaining the differences between C3, C4 and CAM plants, CAM pathways, so that we'll have a better idea of all these three pathways and even dark phase. Hope you understood this concept. Thank you, students.